Hello and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. Just a few things to note this morning. I've got a new card, only one, and it is an action card. It's not the anti-ballistic turret helmet. This marker won't stop rolling. And it's not about this one, but we might look at that in a second. I'm going to have to put it up here digitally because I'm running out of ink. And this is the Flying Uppercut. It is a picture of Optimus Primal in the episode Possession, when Waspinator is possessed by Starscream, or the ghost of Starscream, and he flies up and just gives him an uppercut, really, to Waspinator. It's just, I forgot that. I rewatching the show, and I'm like, that's an uppercut, because he comes up from below, and I was trying to get it to where Waspinator would be in the scene also, but I kept getting, it was really blurry, and so I just had to settle for this one. Oh, I forgot to flip it too, but that's okay. But choose an enemy to damage by one. So you can choose any enemy. And I guess they can be tapped or untapped. It doesn't matter. It would probably be best if they're tapped, or the enemy that you want to attack. Because here's why. When you choose an enemy to damage by one and your opponent flips that enemy, well, you might not want to do that to an enemy that has a flipping ability. If that turns into an advantage for them, fine, but you might want to use a card like this, and it has a black and a white pip on here. Basically was using hit and run to make this card, to where if it's your turn and you play this action card, then you can target the enemy you want to attack, if you can do that, and then flip them to a defense side that has less defense than what your opponent has. So, and I thought this would be really neat, and because I was took the snapshot of the show, and I'm like, okay, I think I know exactly what I want to do with this. We need to be able to hit an enemy, and when we hit them, the opponent has to flip the character, which the damage comes first, the flip comes next. And then you can attack the enemy. You don't have to attack the one you flipped, but if it's more to your advantage to flip the character to a lower defense, hey, that will help. So there's that. Then this is an official card. This is not anything I've done, which should be just blatantly obvious. That's why I don't mind doing my stuff hand drawn. I don't, if I had this kind of time, wow, I mean, my stuff really could look pretty nice if I had this kind of time, but I just don't. But we have a few things here on the table to actually show in progress. Here we have Brawl. He's just looking large and in charge as ever. Really, I inked him last night, and just really looking really good, and really looking like Brawl, like he should. You can see his gun really well, because this was all very sketchy. It really was. Oh, I haven't finished doing his treads over here. Okay, I got to do that. And I might want to put the secondary circles on the wheels too. And I like the shading here. I didn't do this last night, but I did this last night. And it looks pretty darn good. He's my favorite of the bunch. I will admit. and I'll need to shrink him down so I can color him. But yeah, there's Brawl. We are on our way to almost having a set of Combaticons. Do I want to? Yeah. And I kind of showed you Blast Off. Here's Blades. I've got him colored. Don't quite. I mean, I'm on the verge of finishing him up too. I got to get his. What was that? Oh, maybe it was just that. Golly, we had a snake under this very table, like just a foot long little snake, rat snake. I wasn't here. I had to go get feminine products for the family, and I get this call, and they're like, "There's a snake under the table." I'm like, "There's a what? There's a snake in the house." And so my daughter's with me on the phone the whole time for support. She never hung me up, so I'm running through the store with my phone to my ear and trying to get here on time. And by the time I got here, my father-in-law, who lives up the street from us, came over, got the snake with a glove, and threw it outside across the street. So that, averted. But my wife thinks there might be another one in the house or the mother or something, but I really don't think so. I think that one was just small enough to get through the threshold. I don't think anything bigger than that could get in here. I hope not. But that's Brawl. Have I shown you all Blast Off? I'm not sure. But he's just about ready to cut. I just got to get his abilities on here. Some traits, cut him out and stick him on, put him in a top loader. He's almost ready to go. And that will be 3 Combaticons. Well, now that you've seen him, do you know who this is? No? Maybe not. No, it's not Pounce or a clone or anything like that, though it looks pretty close. When I draw my characters, I draw them as close to the toys, the actual figures, as best as I can. I mean, I do have a little liberties because his shoulders here kind of flare up a bit on Blast Off. But let's put these guys together. And you can see this is the regular size card. These are smaller ones. We have a trio. Do you recognize them now? You might, and they are based on the toy. I had this toy. It was a send-away back in the 80s, 86, 87, something like that. And I sold it for comic books, I think. I was so stupid. I could have made a nice chunk of change with this guy now on eBay, because we didn't have eBay back then. Here's these guys. Viewfinder, Spyglass, and Spectro. And this is going to, I know how these guys are going to work. I really, and I did all this last night too. And I've already sent it to Jamie, and I haven't heard word from him at all. I normally send this stuff to him personally, not just to his team board. Maybe I should do it through Team Primus instead. And here is his combined mode. Yes, I've made a reflector. And I'm working on it. All I got to do is I'm so sorry, guys. I just got a call, a work call, and I didn't realize how late it was. I'm like, oh crap. But I think I know how a reflector is going to work. If you can see this, you probably have already figured it out. Maybe I've shown too much. But my whole idea was actually to come up with the idea for a Power Master. And I was going to actually draw and work on a Power Master. And instead, I got inspired by Reflector, of all things. And this is supposed to be the R E, and I just put an F because I didn't. I was looking at this. There's no F in anti-ballistic turret helmet, and I just drew an F, REF. That's supposed to be the L, I think. EC. So it's like reflect. And originally I wasn't going to do anything on there, and then what we have on his bot mode was just gibberish. I was just writing stuff on there. I was actually thinking some of my katakana that I learned that I have forgotten, trying to play Grandia in the Lunar games in Japanese on the Sega Saturn years ago. So here we have it. Here is, well, they call him Refractor now, but hey, I'm not Hasbro. I'm not Wizards of the Coast. He's Reflector. And I'm pretty sure he's the red one, he's the blue one, he's the middle. And I just can't wait to really finish this out and get them looking pretty good. I'm going to color these guys for sure. No, I haven't finished Unicron. No, I haven't finished the Protectobots. No, I haven't finished the Kabaticons. And I keep starting new things and getting ideas. And I'm just like, ugh, I've got to finish something. And I know y'all are probably a little aggravated with me too. But, hey, new artwork. Something new to look at. And I'll put it on again, an invitation to my Discord. I don't have as much of my artwork out there as I do as I go through on YouTube, but sometimes I will give a little more insight and background on some of my own characters, and I really want to eventually get everything out there on Discord as much as possible. Even the battle cards and I got more battle cards out there than this stuff. And I got the same little icon of Backroad that I just recently added to YouTube, and that's what I've had for my freeway account on Discord. That's all I have time for today. I'm supposed to be working. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. And it took my last subscriber or two for me to actually realize my importance in the homemade card making game genre. I didn't realize how big this was. I knew I had some Transformer fans, but I didn't realize I had just also homemade TCG making fans. So I just appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all have no idea. And yeah, y'all probably could care less about my inspirational biblical stuff, and that's fine too. But that is where I started. If you can stand me enough, but this is the fun part, and this is what I have the most of. I've got a passion for this stuff too, because I'm just so dirt old, guys. I really am. And one of y'all asked me about if I would, make my own TCG game. I don't know if I might have the know-how. I barely have time for this stuff. But I'm having fun with it, and I'm like having an addendum to an existing card game to actually help keeping it alive. Thanks for watching. As always, have a blessed day. We will see you next time.
And Waspinator said flip out and let's roll for it.